champions. And they've waited an awful long time to do this. The players are just now being introduced to the crowd here at the Winnipeg Arena. We'll be going down to the stage very shortly. Right now, though, let's throw the ball around the bases. We head out to Scott Oak, who is standing by down the floor. Scotty?
All right, Kevin, I'm on the floor just in front of where the players are exiting to go on the stage to be introduced. I have never heard a reaction the like of which I've heard at the Winnipeg Arena tonight. There is pandemonium in the rink. That's a line I have waited a long time to use. Ironic it is that it's the Bombers who afford me the opportunity to use it and not the Jets. We'll get back here and talk to some of the players later, we hope, but right now, Ross Rutherford and Sandra Lewis are braving the crowd. Ross?
That's right, Scott. I haven't had a chance to talk to too many people right now. They are watching the football players, but I can tell you one thing. I talked to some people who drove all the way from Edmonton tonight, and they just arrived after a 16-hour drive to be for this.
I can't believe this, Ross. It's just crazy down here. This is about as quiet as it has been all night, but I can't even hear myself think down here. These people are really in love with the Bombers.
It's a chance for all Manitobans to be proud.
Going down to the stage and catching some of the action that's going on right now. Of course, the fans here are waiting for the quarterback of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Tom Clements, and we can rest assured that that is going to be the wildest cheer of the whole evening. And I can tell you up here in the press box, it's actually shaking, and if we suddenly go down, you'll know what happened. This rally has been going on since about 7:15 this evening, and for those of you who have just tuned in, want to know what's been going on, here's a look back at some of the highlights of the past 45 minutes.
The Shenley Award winner as the CFL's most outstanding offensive lineman in 1984, John Bond.
And here now is Willard Reeves. We're back to live. Willard Reeves being welcomed by this Winnipeg crowd. Listen to the Bomber fans. Willard Reeves said at the start of this season that this was one of his objectives, to bring the Grey Cup home to Winnipeg, and he's doing it right now. Suffered an injured shoulder in yesterday's game, but the way...
Bomber opens the backfield. The offensive of a big man. Let's go. Dan Huckleff, Willard Reeves, Pat Kantner, all the backfield.
I was just going to say that Willard Reeves did suffer an injured shoulder in that game, but obviously the way he was hoisting that Grey Cup, his shoulder's just fine. And there's the rest of the Bomber backfield right now. And they did a tremendous job, and Reeves went out of the game in the latter part of that game with that injured shoulder. Sean Keogh, of course, winning the Player of the Game award. And Tom Clements now being welcomed to the stage at Winnipeg Arena. And as I predicted, the crowd is going absolutely wild. This building is literally shaking. What a tremendously emotional moment for Winnipeg football fans all over Manitoba. It's been an awful long time. You're seeing an outpouring of some 22 years of emotion here tonight.
Kevin, those are the players, the 1984 edition of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Now here come the management and coaches of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. This is Joe Mack, the director of player personnel for the Bombers. He has done an outstanding job this season, as has the entire coaching staff and management. The Grey Cup obviously proves that. Here we go, Bombers is the chant that the fans are singing now. They're waiting in anticipation for head coach Cal Murphy. I would suspect that after Tom Clements
And after Willard Reeves, he'll be accorded the loudest cheer. Cal Murphy standing just off to the side now, very jubilant. He's wearing a pair of sunglasses and a fedora. In a great mood, obviously. Here comes.
He may be a little nervous about coming out in this crowd. We're going to see the Richter scale go up on this one, Scott.
I would think so. That's Pat Clayton just introduced, the trainer, athletic therapist for the Bombers.
And there's Len Amy, of course, who's put in a yeoman service throughout the years. Boy, Scott, he's been with the Bombers through the thick and the thin, hasn't he?
He has, Kevin. In fact, I was looking through some records the other day and noted that next to Vicky Zarnicki, the general manager secretary, he has been in the employ of the Bombers the longest.
They got us this season, the Grey Cup, and much more.
And we're now awaiting the coaching staff to be introduced here at the Winnipeg Arena. And Cal Murphy, of course, and his entire team deserving of a tremendous ovation tonight. What a job they have done with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Let's go down to the stage right now and capture those introductions. There you have the coaching staff of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers being introduced. What a crowd as the players congratulate them as they trot around. Cal Murphy being hoisted up on the shoulders of the Bombers, and I've got to think that this moment is every bit as emotional as that moment in the closing moments of the game yesterday.
Kevin, Cal Murphy takes great pride in singling out his assistants. He knows well the role of an assistant, having been one with the Eskimos during their 5 Grey Cup wins. He never overlooks his coaching staff. Yesterday, he took great pains to mention Fred Glick, Artis Celta, Mike Riley, Bob Vespasiani, and John Gregory, who are his assistants and obviously close confidants of his. They're the ones just introduced on the stage, and now this entire scene has turned into an uproar of war number 1, which we have heard many times during the course of this evening.
And tremendous emotion being displayed on the stage right now as the Bombers, the coaching staff, management, all hugging each other, cheering. I've never seen anything like it.
Chris Wally just attempted to lift John Gregory, the offensive line coach, onto his shoulders, which shouldn't be a hard job considering that Chris Wally weighs about 300 and John Gregory's about 180.
And, of course, Doug McIver is going to have to win the award for the sartorial splendor this evening with, what is that, a Tartan?
I'll tell you what that is, Kevin. That is the official McIver Tartan. I asked him about that at the Shenley Awards in Edmonton a couple of nights ago, and, he was the object of a lot of ridicule wearing a jacket that loud, but he stifled it quickly by pointing out that's his official family tartan.
He's doing it proud tonight. Doug McIver, of course, Winnipeg born and bred. Got to be a very proud moment for a hometown boy to be hoisting that Grey Cup in front of his hometown folks.
Well, Doug McIver played his college ball at the University of Manitoba, played professionally with Toronto and Saskatchewan before coming to Winnipeg. Did a great job at nose guard this year, and they missed him sorely when he was out with his knee injury.
You know, Scott, a lot of commentators have made the observation that Cal Murphy generally tries to be pretty cool and collected on the sidelines. Look at him tonight. He's letting it all hang out. He's not going to hold back a bit.
I've never subscribed to the theory that Cal Murphy is calm, cool, and collected on the sidelines, Kevin. He can get as excited as anybody, and I think the way he's behaving tonight is consistent with that.
Want you to hear a few words from head coach Cal Murphy.
Cal Murphy now being introduced to the crowd. He's moving towards the microphone, and I'm wondering whether or not he's going to be able to be heard over this incredible din here at the Winnipeg Arena.
Cal Murphy.
Paul Robson reintroducing Murphy.
First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to the football players publicly. It was a great season. They did a heck of a job. But I think importantly for Winnipeg, I thank you all for the support you've done. You've given us. I think it's super, and congratulations to you. We are number 1.
Cal Murphy putting on the sunglasses, Scott. I wonder if that is perhaps now in keeping with his star status.
Certainly, Kevin, he's a star in the eyes of these Winnipeg fans. There is grave concern that he won't be here next year. Jack Matheson pointed out on 24 Hours tonight on the point after that he thinks Cal is going to make tracks for Calgary to become that team's general manager. And he may. He's not talking about it now, preferring, of course, to savor the Grey Cup victory.
Scott, Ross Rutherford is now standing by with the wife of Tom Clements. Ross, I hope you can hear me through all of this din.
We're talking right now with Kathy Clements, Tom Clements' wife. And Kathy, this must be a very, very proud moment for you.
Absolutely. It makes all the sacrifices absolutely worth it all.
Speaking of sacrifices, it must be tough sometimes to be the wife of a professional football player.
I guess especially when you have a couple of children at home that miss their daddy on away games, and we have to move back and forth every 6 months. There are some difficult parts, but really overall it's fantastic.
Kathy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Kathy Clements and Ross Rutherford. Obviously a very emotional moment for all of the players' wives and girlfriends, parents. They're all here tonight sitting in the front rows right in front of the stage. We're going down to the floor again now, and let's hear some more of the comments from those victorious Bombers.
The sweet right about defense. All about the time we started. We kicked off. All right. Winner of the Shenley Award as this nation's best offensive lineman, this is John Bunk.
And another hometown favorite, Scott. John Bunk, 12 years playing for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. He's waited a long time for this moment.
If we knew winning was going to be like this, we would have done it a long time ago. Winnipeg, this is for you.
They're keeping it simple, they're keeping it to the point, but they're obviously touching the hearts of Winnipeggers.
Once again, the football club thanks you for outstanding support in 1984. 1985, the second consecutive Grey Cup is coming back to Winnipeg.
And of course, the question remains as we take a look at this Blue Bomber 1984 edition. As they troop off the stage right now, how many of those Blue Bombers will again be back to, again, hopefully bring the Grey Cup back to Winnipeg? There's some talk. Are we seeing the beginning of a dynasty? Of course, that all depends on how many of those players and coaches you just saw welcomed here at the Winnipeg Arena are able to return to Winnipeg. And hopefully we will see a Grey Cup coming back here. John Bonk and Willard Reeves having some hugs. Some last, perhaps, whispered intimacies before they split up for the next couple of months.
Kevin, if you can hear me, this is Scott on the floor, and I've got David Shaw with me, who executed what many feel was the big play in yesterday's game, the interception, David. We talked about that yesterday, but right now, let us talk about the moment of victory for the Bombers and this tremendous reception.
I tell you, it's the greatest feeling I've ever had in my 10-year career, and the people of Manitoba, I congratulate them for backing us, and we came home with the Grey Cup. And that was the biggest thing I wanted in my life, and I'm just happy the city of Manitoba got it.
Okay, David, thanks very much. Let's get Chris Walby in here. Chris, a local product who was a Bomber fan for oh so many years, and he knows well the meaning of this Grey Cup to this city, don't you?
Oh, hey, it's the greatest thing that ever hit this city for a long time. Not only have we ended a drought,
Chris, let the people at home see you.
We have beaten somebody that nobody ever said we beat. BC Hamilton, we are Canada's team. Number one, baby. That's all that's got to be said. We're the best. We won it.
Okay, Chris, thanks very much. Tony Norman and Jerome Erdman, step in here. Tony? Anthony Norman, who is president of the East Side Fan Club. You were elected yesterday, weren't you, in the form of a telegram, I think?
Yeah, I got a telewire yesterday and talked to Bob Beaton, and I guess it's going to be an annual thing. I hope even with the cup, a lot of the guys felt that I did give the East Side a lot of enthusiasm with my play, and I thought they did just a super job in helping us. And I just feel like I'm just kind of repaying them back by becoming the president of it.
Okay, stick around here for a sec, Tony, if you could. Let's get a comment from Jerome Erdman. Jerome, you didn't start a whole lot this year, but gosh, the Grey Cup has got to feel good.
Oh, this is great. I've never felt anything like this before in my life. Hopefully I'll feel it again next year.
All right, slot back from the University of Alberta. How does it feel to play ball in Winnipeg?
Well, actually, I'm from B.C.
BC, I'm sorry.
But it feels great being out here. Wouldn't trade it for anything in the world right now.
Okay, Tony, you mentioned something to me yesterday. You said you have never been on a winning team in anything before in your life.
No, I haven't. First of all, as far as winning a championship, you know, a lot of individual efforts you got to look at, and they're not really overshadowed by us winning a championship because it is a team effort. But I never won a championship in marbles, ping pong, table tennis, or anything. But I hate to try to go on and on and on. But Ron, it's really hard right now because I'm just jumping up and down on the inside. But I'm just happy to bring the cup back to Winnipeg since it has been 22 years, and I'm just thankful of it.
Hey, you can go on as long as you like. You deserve it. Thanks, Tony.
Well, I hate to try to be a time hog, a camera hog, but I think Willard Reeves kind of hogged it most of the year, so I think it's my time to hog it. And I'm just happy that we won it. We brought it back here to Winnipeg. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tony. Just before we throw it back upstairs over to Ross and Sandra, we've got the Bong family here. This is John, the father, Chris, the mother, and Jesse, the son. How does it all feel?
It feels like I thought it would feel. I've been looking at it from the inside out for so long, wondering what it would feel about. This is exactly what I thought it would feel like. You know, the fans here have been so great to us all year. Over the last 12 years that I've been here, they've been great, and I feel so good bringing back that Grey Cup back to these tremendous fans.
Chris, you were in Edmonton, you saw the whole thing, and now you see this reception. Is this what you expected?
Well, never expected this much, Scott. This is such a delight. I can't believe these fans have hung in there this long. They're an incredible breed of people.
And you hung in a long time with this guy, didn't you?
Oh, it was worth it. It was worth it. To see the work that he's gone through, it was worth it.
You must have felt great when you won the Shenley.
Oh, that was a highlight I'll never forget.
He singled you out when he was on stage. He said, I want to say right here in front of everybody, honey, I love you. How did that feel?
You want to see me blush, Scott? It was incredible.
Okay, I made you blush. Congratulations to both of you. Kevin?
Thank you very much, Scott. Right now, let's go down to Ross Rutherford, who is standing by with a 69-year-old Bomber fan. Mr. Rutherford.
That's right, Kevin. We're with Mary. Mary, you'll have to give me your last name again because I couldn't hear it over all this noise. What do you think about What do you think about tonight, Mary?
Oh, it's just wonderful. Just unbelievable. I am so happy for Bombers. I remember when Kenny played, bring the Grey Cup home, too.
How many years have you supported the Bombers?
Oh, since I learned about the Blue Mountain. I'm from Czechoslovakia.
What do you think of tonight's rally?
Oh, it's just unbelievable. Just beautiful. Wonderful. And good luck in the future.
Thanks, Mary. Let's go over to Scott.
Okay, Ross, I am with the general manager of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Paul Robson, who wasn't allowed to speak tonight until he was given about a 3-minute standing ovation. And some rowdy fans behind us. But they deserve it. They deserve it. Paul, how did it all feel tonight?
Well,
this.
Well, no, Scott, I'm telling you, we won it, and I was in the locker room right after the game, and I think the players kind of thought, well, there's got to be another game next week. And there was a time there where everybody just kind of sat very quietly. Joe Poplawski said to me, I really got to think about this kind of thing. And Mark Moores and Rick House all had the same reaction. But when the reporters started coming after the Grey Cup, and then this tonight really makes everybody understand what we've worked so hard to do.
Okay, quickly, Paul, you've worked very hard. Now the big question is, can you translate this Grey Cup victory into money, into cash ticket sales? Because your financial position isn't that great, even though you've won the Cup.
No, it isn't, but I don't know how many thousand people are watching this on TV in their homes in Winnipeg. This is Winnipeg, W-I-N-N-E-R, Peg, Winnipeg. And the people of this city are proud of their football club, and I know that they'll be in the stands next year to fill the stands with season tickets for us.
Hey, you're a tough guy. You're called Mad Dog. Did you shed a few tears yesterday? Come on.
Well, at 3 minutes left in the game, I turned to my wife and I said, honey, we haven't been here in a long time. I had my family with me, and I did break down and cry.
All right, thanks very much, Paul. Now let's go over to Sandra. She's got some wives with her. Sandra?
Well, I'm sort of biased, you know. I think the Bombers have a lot going for them, and I think one of the biggest things they have going for them are their wives. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Cheryl Murphy, and I'm the wife of James Murphy, number 21, the outstanding wide receiver. And I think it's a real exciting time for the ball players, especially any ball player, because we're the best team in the CFL, and I think it's the most exciting time of anybody's professional career, and we're number one. We did it, and we're the best.
What a speech. Fabulous.
Regina Brown, wife of Aaron Brown, defensive captain.
And right now, I'm just so excited. This is the first time we've ever had a championship in our family, and I'm just glad for Winnipeg and glad to bring home the cup.
Congratulations. Thanks for waiting.
Hello, I'm Sylvia Rhodes, the wife of Donovan Rhodes, left cornerback. I guess you can tell by my voice how I feel. I got this starting Friday, carried on to Saturday, and Sunday is great, and right now it feels great. We're happy. It's great. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Sandra Boyd, the wife of Jeffrey Boyd. I'm really happy. A lot of the guys reached some of their personal goals, and as a team, we reached the goal of Winnipeg to win the Grey Cup, finally, and I'm really happy for everyone.
Thank you very much. Four wives, and I saw tears in their eyes when their husbands were up on the stage, so they're really feeling this.
Thank you very much, Sandra, and I agree with you. I'm a little bit biased, too. I think we tend to underestimate what the wives do go through when their husbands are injured, when they come home after they've lost, and it's only fitting that we give them equal time and well-deserved attention on this evening when their husbands are basking in glory and victory. So should they as well. Ross Rutherford is standing by on the floor again with some more Bomber fans. Ross?
Thanks, Kevin. We're with Ron and Bruce Paul. I imagine both of you are diehard Bomber fans tonight. You know, I saw some people crying during the ceremonies. It's pretty emotional.
Very much so. Very hard to believe. It's been a long time. Waited a long time for this party.
What was the highlight of tonight's celebration for you two? Was there one particular player that really drove it home?
It was just all of them coming out on stage. It was fantastic. They're a great team. Love them. Everybody, the coaches especially. I think Robson's speech, and the players, of course. Unbelievable.
Were you guys worried at all when the Bombers were down by 2 touchdowns at the beginning of the game?
I wasn't worried. I watched them all year, and I knew they could come back. I didn't think it was going to be a problem. They're number one. Scared us a little bit, that's all. We've done it before, so.
Okay, thanks a lot, you guys. Let's go back up to Kevin.
Thank you very much, Ross. You weren't quite sure what to do with it there for a moment, Ross. The fans are slowly leaving the Winnipeg Arena, and I would imagine that the parties are going to continue, as they did last night, outside the Winnipeg Arena, and certainly they are in the hallways of the Winnipeg Arena right now. And there are still some fans here, generally speaking, very well behaved, the only problem being the odd missile coming down by way of a toilet paper roll. And there we have a couple of Brockbusters. Of course, I think that's going to be remembered as the theme song. Thanks to Joey Gregorish over at KISS FM for the 1984 theme song. Right now, let's go back down to Sandra Lewis, who is joined by what appears to be a family, Sandra.
This is Joyce Murphy, Cal Murphy's wife, with 2 of their 7 children. They're all here. How do you feel?
Just great now. It's great to see these fans out like this. That's really unbelievable, the support we're getting here.
Well, what's Cal been like for the last month or so?
I can't really tell you because I would see him only at night. This is a working period.
Are you finding all this a little overwhelming?
I guess that's a good way to put it, yes.
How about the kids? How are they reacting?
Well, I think they think it's great fun. Yeah. Great fun.
Do you think this is fun?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Proud of your dad?
Yeah.
How proud?
Very proud.
Very proud, very proud. Well, they're very proud, Kevin.
Thank you very much, Sandra, with good reason. And boy, is that young Murphy ever a chip off the old block. Could be a double for his dad in a few years. Right now, Ross Rutherford is standing by. And, you know, football is for little kids as well as big kids, although we all tend to act like little kids. Ross, you've got a little fan down there.
I tell you, there's no age limit to the amount of people that are here. Ryan, are you pretty excited about seeing the Winnipeg Blue Bombers tonight?
Yeah.
Did you watch the Grey Cup?
Yeah.
What did you think when you saw Tom Clements and the rest of the team up there tonight? Pretty exciting? Did you watch the Grey Cup? Who's your favorite player? You had fun tonight, though, eh? Okay, thanks, Ryan. Let's go back to Kevin.
Thanks, Ross. That was one of your better interviews. Ross has that way with some little kid. Sorry, Ross. Well, they were anticipating a sellout crowd here at the Winnipeg Arena. Thursday morning, 16,000 tickets went on sale, and they went very quickly, I'm told, within about 3 hours. Curiously enough, though, there were a number of empty seats here at the Winnipeg Arena. It was not standing room only, which is quite curious. I was at the Bonner office this afternoon for a few hours, and there must have been about two dozen cars pull up at the Bonner office, which incidentally was locked at the time, looking for tickets to this evening's extravaganza here at the Winnipeg Arena. And I suppose that many of those who did get their free tickets decided to stay at home in the comfort of their living room to watch this evening's shenanigans. Now, I've been watching this gentleman with the blue face for some time now. He's been like that. I think Scott was telling me, Scotty, throughout all of the week in Edmonton. And the question now I have is he going to be able to get that off his face?
Perhaps it's surgically attached, Kevin. I'm not too sure. There were so many blue faces, blue and gold faces in Edmonton, and they were just beyond counting.
Now, Scott, are you seeing some of the same faces here tonight as you saw in Edmonton?
Certainly am, and here's a very familiar face, a face that we saw in Edmonton. I've got to be careful not to touch his shoulder because it's very, very tender. This is Willard Reeves, the winner of the Schenley as the CFL's most outstanding player. First question, how's your shoulder, Willard?
The shoulder's fine. I'm getting x-rays tonight on board tomorrow morning. I don't know, it depends. I got to find a doctor right now, but the shoulder feels fine. It's a little sore and whatever, a little tender from everybody whacking on and stuff, so I'm okay.
What are your plans now?
Well, we got the Grey Cup parade tomorrow, and after that, it's time to get down to business and clearing out my apartment, and then I got to get back to Flagstaff for a couple of courses in police administration. So that's my immediate plans right now, to get ready for the police academy and stuff.
You going to be on the beat this winter?
Yes, I am.
So you'll be out there doing regular, everyday police work?
Regular, everyday police work this winter.
But I venture to say you're going to try and stay in shape.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll be in shape, of course. They're working around my schedule and stuff like that to make sure I get my work done, get ready for football season next year. So, because I got a couple of goals that I want to set next year also. So that's about it.
Okay, perhaps you can let us in on those. What are they?
Well, 1,734 and up, for one thing. Score more than 20 touchdowns again, that's regular season and preseason, as well as the playoffs and whatever, to make some more people smile out there. And I don't repeat my performance this year as the Schenley Award winner and also the Grey Cup.
Is there any way, Willard, that you can put into words this Grey Cup victory, your Schenley Award, and the season that you've had?
Well, to tell you the truth, it really hasn't set in with me yet like it has with everyone else. I guess I'm the quiet type who really doesn't let anything get to me, but it's starting to get to me now, especially after all, seeing all these people out here coming out to honor us tonight. So it's starting to slowly but surely seek in. That'll probably hit me tomorrow morning.
You have the whole winter to think about it in a very positive tone.
All right, take care.
Thank you, Willard. Willard Reeves, the winner of the Schenley Award, is the CFL's most outstanding player, the best player in the CFL. Kevin?
Thanks very much, Scott. He says he's the quiet type. He certainly does his speaking on the field. Let's go back down to the arena floor and Ross Rutherford.
Thanks, Kevin. We have with us Todd Martin from Manitoba. Todd, maybe you can answer the question. What does this win mean to most people in this province?
It means a lot to a lot of people in this province, especially the young people that want to play football. They'll play for a championship team, and it's BC Hoop.
Okay, thank you very much, Todd. Back to Kevin.
And thank you very much, Ross Rutherford. And that is all the time we have from the Winnipeg Arena. The 1984 football season is history. Don't forget that parade, 10:30. Tomorrow, starting at Memorial Park, going down to City Hall. Right now, before we go, let's
in the United States. Lindsay Davenport has won all the big meetings, including